my goodness, that Chris Harris signature designer Chris Harris shirts. Whew. Buy one now and you'll feed some hungry child in Africa.
I fight because I enjoy fighting, plain and simple. The purest form of yourself, like when you're in a fight. Nothing else matters at that point in time except fighting. The person in front of you, everything else goes away. There's no feeling like it. There's nothing I've ever experienced that's like getting into a cage with another person.
I don't think Chris has ever walked into a fight thinking he's gonna lose. He finds the confidence that he needs and he has a very strong mind. The dude also has a lot of other skills like big power and being impossible to knock out, basically.
It's hard to fight a fighter like Chris. You can't train for a fighter like Chris. It's kind of like Dominic Cruz. It's like you don't know what his next move is gonna be. Chris also is the type of fighter that's going to take it to you, and he does not stop.
I think David told me that they wanted me to fight for him, and then asked me if I would. A couple days later, he asked me if I'd fight Julian, and I said yeah, and then that's when everything got in the works. I don't know if you call it studying. I just watched the beginning of the fights just to see how he starts.
Is the rest of the way they fight not important?
No, because the opponent that they're fighting isn't me. I don't feel like anybody that I've fought to this day has fought anybody like me, so everything's gonna change. I just want to see how he starts, like if he's timid or if he's aggressive when he starts.
Are you scared?
It'll all change when I hit him.
Chris Harris, he's elusive. He just, you know, he punch you up, move around, punch you up. He might fix his hair, he might not, you know what I'm saying, hit you with some more combos. You know, his combos, his punch output is incredible. Like I said, for his size, he's pretty fast, you know what I'm saying, move around, and he's incredibly strong.
Chris is the one that's dressed in yellow tonight. You said they used that earlier?
The hair?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I first met that guy, man, I could sense the energy on that.
Yeah, he's a beast.
I knew right then, I was like, yeah, this guy's gonna be
Yeah, he's a beast.
The future right here. The future. It starts with Bellator. We don't know where it ends, but it's gonna be a gold belt right here.
To see Marquise put the Marquise effect on Chris, I think it's the best thing that could have happened to Chris. I think that it was one of the best things that have ever happened to me, is just training with Marquise. He's taking those extra steps. He's working harder with Marquise, taking those extra steps to be elite.
I'm reminding them, I'm reminding Chris.
He's got a while, okay, cool. He's got a while. Let's think about the ass whooping I'm about to give him. In my last fight, I popped my shoulder out of place in the first round. It like dislocated and then popped back in or whatever. It didn't stay dislocated. Obviously, I could still use it, but after it happened, I shook my arm and felt it pop. The thought that went through my head was that that's gonna hurt after the fight.
Are you that good or who's that bad?
I'm that good.
Chris Harris has like that magic touch in his hand that most fighters don't have. You can't train it, you can't teach it.
What are you gonna do?
Keep your camera on you. It's gonna be over quick. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. The work's already put in. No need to be nervous now.
Knockout?
That's what I always try to do. I try to finish all my fights, but I feel like sometimes I wait more than I should.
Took too long.
I know I took too long, man. You don't gotta tell me. It took way too long.
Man, I'll be honest, Chris reminds me a lot of me. He's like the better version of me. He is the will that believes in himself. I see it when Chris fights. I see it in his eyes when we train together. Chris really believes in himself. He believes in what he's capable of. And I don't know what pushes him. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something strong.
There's always a pressure to perform. I mean, obviously, I have to perform. I'm in a fight. If I don't perform, I'm gonna get my ass beat.